Your pick.
It kills me.
What's the name of this song?
Question 6768.
Now, I've heard this song thousands of times.
That's right.
When you said pull this up, I thought you were asking me a question. I never knew the name of this song. Who would know the name of this song? What does it mean?
I'm not sure. It's a handful of Chicago songs for me that when I hear them, I just lose my mind.
Well, they're the best. They're the best. It's so nice. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, buddy. How are you, man?
Opening up episode 7. I think it's 7. Here we are, and it's so good to be here. And we have a new segment because this is Men's Talk Radio.
Right.
Some folks have been asking for sports, and we talk about a lot of men's things, as you know. We talk about crazy beers and different music and stuff. And we could talk about sports, but I'm gonna sub it out to a guy I really like. I met this guy last week at the Garden City Hotel thing, which, Jesus Christ, where were you, baby? I missed you.
I know.
I missed you. We had a ball, and we were educated. Then I run into an old friend. I did a few productions with Larry Davis. He used to do a show called Sports Biz with LD. He's been around the block with sports. I think he was involved with Steiner. And I believe we're going to get him on. So
fantastic.
He's going to be the guy that's going to educate our audience on what's happening in sports.
Great.
Peter, Francis, let's get Larry on the line.
Here's Larry.
Hey.
Guys, what's happening?
Hey, Larry. How are you, man?
How you doing? What's that
Doing
shirt you're wearing?
great.
What's that? You look great. What's that shirt you're wearing? That's the first thing.
A1 VIP Entertainment. It's one of the business I'm involved in. Tickets, meet and greet with athletes all over the country. Nobody's better.
That's the first thing you know about Larry. He's a smart guy. He's doing an advertising already. I love it. I love it. So you're transmitting to us, and I made it very convenient for you. I know you're not in the studio. You're in your own place there, and that's fantastic. And you are now going to do a segment. We're going to give you 10 minutes, and we think that's not nearly enough time for you, but that's what you're getting today. And we're gonna make the rounds in the sports world. Now, let me tell you, I caught the game last night, the NBA game. And my kids love LeBron. Who doesn't, right? Let's start with LeBron. Is he better than number 23 or not?
Well, first thing is, who doesn't love LeBron? Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who don't love him. I don't know why. I'm like you. I think he's great.
What a
is he number
specimen.
23? No.
He's not.
Yeah. He didn't win 6 titles like Michael Jordan. And until he does that, he's not close to MJ.
So the team comes first. I like this. The team comes first. Right?
It's a sport that it's a team sport. So one guy can't win it all. If you look at Michael Jordan, who do you have? Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. He had the head coach of Golden State, Steve Kerr. I mean, he had a lot of people helping him, even though MJ was the man, but he still had help. And he had a great coach in Phil Jackson.
Bring us through last night's game. Let everybody know where the series stands. By the time this airs, this could be over because I think the game's tomorrow night. But that's okay. And tell your cameraman to keep your camera straight and not moving. He's going to really have to come in big on this one.
Well, he's struggling a little bit, but he's doing the best he can, right, Matt?
Oh, yeah.
He's doing the best he can.
I'm going to give you a stand next time.
Now it's 3-2. Golden State is ahead of Cleveland. Last night was the first time ever teammates, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, scored over 40 points in the same game. It's happened once before in the finals in 2001, but they weren't teammates. Allen Iverson scored over 40, and Shaquille O'Neal, sure you heard of him, he scored over 40 for the Lakers. But last night was the first time 2 teammates did it, and that carried them to victory over the Golden State Warriors.
Let me ask you this. Does this not account for 80% of the points? It's like 80% of the points, right?
Excellent, yes.
Okay, it's okay.
I guess you did go to school and you stayed in math. You didn't cut out of that class. You're absolutely right.
It was very exciting, and that guy is a physical specimen. So give us the drama behind what's going to happen in this series. Obviously, Golden State is coming back, right, for seconds. They want it again, right?
Oh, they definitely do. I mean, they're definitely going to come back. And one of their main players did not play because they said he kicked LeBron in the groin. So he's suspended for the game. He will be back. The game moves to Cleveland.
Yep.
And listen, LeBron and Kyrie Irving got to do the same thing again. If they don't dominate, they will not win.
So it's coming back.
Coming back to Cleveland, yes.
Let's talk money because you're a business guy too. What kind of money are these guys making today?
Well, guys like LeBron make $25, $30 million a year.
As salary.
Kobe Bryant in his last year. Yeah. And these guys off the court, hundreds of millions of dollars guys. LeBron, as an example, about 2 months ago, signed a $1 billion, that's right, $1 billion deal to stay with Nike, to run for the rest of his life.
Is that the highest sponsor we've seen with an athlete?
Yes, the difference is Michael Jordan has the Jordan line with Nike. So his deal, because he created clothing, sneakers, a tremendous amount of players are under the Jordan line. He'll make more than that. But one single guy, besides Michael Jordan, that's the biggest deal ever.
Biggest deal ever.
Well, now you're talking, and when you say billion, you're moving into another whole category now.
It's unbelievable. What's your favorite sport personally? Because I know you play basketball.
Football.
Football, okay.
Yeah, I play still playing basketball and hockey, but I love football. I love the New York Giants.
Let's digress a second. We saw each other last week at the Garden City Hotel. How great was that event?
Great event. Cigars, drinking. We had some women, if you remember, Kay Wood, right behind us. That was about it. We need more women at those events.
We'll try to make it happen. I love how we have to digress. Let's move over to hockey. And you can extrapolate on this, because as I said at that event, I know nothing about hockey except that when that blade goes into the ice, I could probably make one of those Frosties and put some flavor on it and stuff like that. That's what I know about hockey.
Well, you need to bring some coloring, depending on what flavor you like, cherry or blueberry or whatever.
Or blood.
The Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby, they call him the Kid, wins the MVP. Midway through the season, they fire their coach. They bring in an assistant coach who used to be with the New York Rangers, Mike Sullivan, and he coaches them to the Stanley Cup championship. They win it in six games over the San Jose Sharks.
Very, very cool. Coaching is so important in sports, It can make or break a team, right?
Yes and no. I mean, this year LeBron had Coach Dave Bliss got fired. Because superstars control the coaches. So LeBron got this gentleman fired, who last year took them to the finals and they lost. At the All-Star game, Cleveland Cavaliers had the best record in the Eastern Conference. LeBron goes and complains to the GM and the owner. He don't love the guy. Gets the guy fired. The assistant coach, Tyrone Lue, comes in because that's LeBron's boy. He coaches them to the same spot they were last year. I don't know if coaching is as big as you think it is.
So yeah, but I'll restate it. It's still the fulcrum point was the coach, the lack thereof of in this case, what he didn't want or what he thought was controlling him, or they're still going to gravitate long term to somebody that excites them to play the best they can play. I still believe that's so with coaching.
I think you're right. I agree with that. You're right. You want people to motivate you. It's just like in regular business. Just like you on the Man Show. I mean, you want to motivate your people. You want them to work as hard as they can. You want them to love what they do. Yeah, I think it works in any business, in any sport. You're right.
The other thing is when I played football, that period in my life, I hated it when I did it. But I remember that coach is a very, very big part of my my life and some of the things that I'm really directed towards. He made a big impact on my life, even though it was probably 9 through 14, which are very impressionable years. So that football coach, who I think was an ex-Navy guy, really made a big impact on me.
I would think an ex-Navy guy, Marine, all those guys
right,
who are all about discipline would be an excellent coach. And look at you now, all those things that you've learned from him.
Hey, Larry, we have more time than we thought. So, we got a little time left over. Let's talk about a sports legend, somebody that impacted all of our lives, Muhammad Ali.
The original GOAT, greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
I mean, that famous photo of him standing over Sonny Liston.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Right? Yeah. But you know what is funny? Because we've got guys like Conor McGregor and people are amazed at their promotional capabilities. Where do you think it all came from? Muhammad Ali was a promotional legend, a self-promotional legend. Look at what he inspired on the promo end. Talk about promoting fights. Look at what he did to promote boxing.
Beyond measure.
Beyond measure.
Yep. He brought it all the way up to where it is now, as far as I'm concerned. People talk just as much of his endeavors out of the ring, as you know, as in the ring. But here's the thing. When you mix the two, as a kid, I was a paper boy, and I used to deliver that daily news. And on the back, not the front cover. The front cover was, I don't want to date myself, but it was war rhetoric and Nixon.
Yeah.
And then on the back cover was Muhammad Ali, Frazier, and those famous 3 fights. And that's when I delivered newspapers. And it's indelible. It's insane how much that's etched in my mind. I think in black and white when I think of Muhammad Ali.
I think you're right. You think of Muhammad, and I think what a promoter. You're so right. The guy created promoting, created dissing your opponent, talking trash. You know, him with the rhymes, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, the rope-a-dope. The guy was phenomenal, and the greatest form of respect, as we know, is to copy people, and that's what everyone did.
I enjoyed hearing the local stories of the people that were just walking through parking lots, and he'd be in the store parking lot, and a guy would say hello to him, and he would say something like, "Now, is that a proper Louisville, Kentucky hello? Get on over here and shake my hand." Is that a good impression or what? You know, those are the stories.
No, that was
lovely,
terrible.
lovely.
That was terrible.
Hey, you got a girl working at you got a girl walking into your place there. What's going on there?
This is how we roll. We're making money here, selling tickets. That's what it's all about.
Listen, I got zeros rolling, and I got local heroes to put on. I love you. This was your interview. You passed. We'll see you next week. We're going to do Mets Yankees.
All right, guys, you got it. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Take
Peace
care,
out.
buddy.